Right. Should be live, I think. And this should pause if I tab out, right? Right. Good. Oh, it didn't pause. That's weird. Alright, anyway. Hi guys, welcome back to another stream. We're going to be playing Ship Explorer by Oceanliner Designs. I am a patron to them, so I got early access. And they said it was fine to record, so yeah, I'm gonna do that. So we're gonna start. I played this a little bit before today. I explored the United States. So we're gonna take a look. The book is made very quiet. What if I load this? Is it higher? Yeah, it is. Okay. Hope that's better now. My mic is so weird. I don't know why. Why it is the way it is. But yeah, let's get started. Check out the US. There are collectibles in this game. You can collect photographs and you can collect like pieces of facts. And this is really cool. I'm not sure if you can hear that. Yeah, I recommend that you get this game because it's really cool. It's not that expensive either. You have this cool little intro cinematic as well. Hey Leon, hey Stompe, hello Dan, hello Gus. You don't hear anything except your voice. If I do this, you should hear a bit. Let's skip this here. Is it alright now? Oh no, I think it is too loud actually. I'm gonna bring up the stream on my phone. Hang on guys. Yeah, I should definitely be able to bring this up a tiny bit more. It's like stuff like that. You blow the whistle. Get ready. Yeah. Good stuff. This is the first time in a stream as it's happening, kinda exciting. Nice, well welcome. Hope you will enjoy it. So yeah. Very nice. Welcome guys to another stream, those of you that have joined. We're going to be playing through Ship Explorer by Oceanliner Designs, Turbine Room Studio. Mike Brady, your friend, you all know him, you all love him. Yeah, we're gonna take a look. Like I said, I am a patron to them, so I got early access. The real game releases on the 31st, and I really recommend that you get it because it is really cool so far. It is going to be updated with more ships over time. Currently we have the United States and we have the Morro Castle. I have not checked out the Morro Castle. I have checked out the United States and gotten almost all of the collectibles. You can see down here we have 66 out of 69, nice, and 85 out of 92 facts. So you can collect postcards, photographs, menus and stuff. And I'm gonna try and get all of them in the stream. If we don't, I'm just gonna move on to Morro Castle. But yeah, we'll start out with US here. Hello, Siphias. Can you drive it? No. It's only a walk-around game. What's the price? I think it is like $20 or euros, roughly. It's mostly just like a simulator game. Or not simulator, you can't drive the ship, but you just walk around, sort of explore the ship. So it's a bit like Roblox. But yeah.
The United States was fitted with searchlights on either side of the bridge, really only for use in special circumstances, like if she was enveloped in fog. They could also be used to flash Morse signals to distant ships.
Question, guys, could you hear Mike talk there? Hey Alt, welcome to the stream. $20 isn't that much. We have this here.
The F-loop was a crucial bit of navigation kit. It helped lock onto shore-based radio signals in any direction, which could help triangulate a detailed position on the map. It was especially useful alongside radar off the notoriously foggy US East Coast on approach to New York City.
Why am I getting ads on live streams? Because YouTube has it on. And I suggest you get an ad blocker. uBlock Origin. What does the magical talking spotlight sound like? Our friend Mike Brady from Oceanliner Designs. And this is the same, I think.
Searchlights on either side of the bridge, really only for use in special circumstances, like if she was enveloped in fog.
We can go up into the lookout platform. This is nice, because it was glassed in. It'd be a little bit louder. SFX is at its highest. Pull this up maybe and put everything else down. Have I seen this photo before? Yeah, I have. Checking a lifeboat's provisions on inspection day, the boats were packed full of pure drinking water in tin cans along the high-calorie foods, in case a boat should be cast adrift in an emergency. So you have these two emergency lifeboats here as usual on ships, closest to the bridge that you would lower down if a person fell overboard.
These big mushroom vents fed air down to the fan rooms below and drew fresh air into the ship to be run through the miles of trunking for cabins, public rooms and machinery spaces.
Mushroom. This was funny because I thought this was a piano, but it's like a flag locker.
The flag board was used
to
house the ship's various flags to be run up the halyards attached to the antenna mast. Anything from the house flag showing the colours of the United States lines to signal flags conveying United States intentions.
Okay. Can you hear Mike better now? It's so much work getting all the audio correct. I hate it. Look at this view. It's so nice. Sad that on United States all the boats are gone now. They removed them. And the davits. Really a shame what's about to happen to this beautiful ship. And what has happened. It's a husk by this point. There's nothing left inside. But yeah, we're on the bridge here. Here's one of those Pelleros stands, I think they're called.
Bridge wings were crucial for docking and departure because they provided a fine, unobstructed view down the length of the ship's hull. United States bridge wings also have a polaris each, kind
Dolores.
of simplified compass used for
Let's press
maintaining
trap.
bearing.
Yeah, you get the bearing from this. Oh. And it stands outside the bridge with a woman, the purser. The pursers have to be professional and efficient. Yeah, they were sort of ambassadors of the ship. And some people choose to travel on specific ships because they sort of got attached to the ship itself, but also the crew. Oh. I tell you, this guy that we're playing as, I'm in a photo mode right now, he is agile. Agile? I don't know. He can do the most insane acrobatics. But yeah, let's check out the bridge. So this model is made by a really talented modeler called Kalju Kotkas. He's a Finnish modeler. You probably maybe follow him on Instagram. And they added some interior spaces, including the bridge and the 2 promenade decks. So this is very exciting, very detailed. I really do quite like it.
On the starboard side of the bridge deckhouse was the log room, which held the critical record-keeping information for the ship's crossings. But as with many spaces on United States, the inclusion of a dedicated room for the ship's logs was rather unusual.
Okay. That's basically the short rooms and the storage rooms for... Not storage rooms, but where they kept the logs and stuff. The primary engine order telegraphs were on the starboard side, and the reserve engine order telegraphs were on the port side. Here's another photo. It's the President Truman's daughter, Margaret. Captain Harry Manning. Oh, it was Amelia Earhart's navigator. That's so cool. I hope that all Americans will share in this achievement and be proud of the ship as they should be. If only she isn't, or she wasn't due to be scrapped, or sunk rather. Let's look down here. You can also zoom with the scroll wheel. That's a pretty cool function. Here is the officers inspecting bridge equipment. She was modern in its design and boasted many technological features. Bridge itself was fully enclosed and air conditioned.
United States was designed with safety first and foremost in mind. Both the company's CEO, John Franklin, and its director, Vincent Astor, had direct personal ties to the Titanic disaster.
Yeah.
Many of the key safety features were controlled in the room behind this bulkhead, the damage control room, which featured controls for fire alarms, smoke detection, watertight doors, and fire doors.
Yes, John Franklin would have been related to Philip Franklin, he was one of the higher-ups of the White Star Line, and also the Astor guy is of course related to John Jacob Astor. I assume, at least. Hello, Edvard. It's so weird that you're not called Lily the... I agree, Dan. I've really enjoyed this game so far, and I've gotten so much more appreciation for the United States by playing this game. Like, I always liked her, but I always thought she was kind of simple. But now I appreciate her more now. She's a pretty girl. Oh, look at this weather too. I wonder, can we freeze the weather? I don't want to have like rain now. There should be a weather panel too. Okay, here. Sync to current time. Static weather. Oh, you can have Aurora Borealis too. That's cool. Actually, let's pause the time as well. So we'll just have this. It's pretty beautiful. Did I do everything in here? I think I did. Is that her call sign? KJEH. Might be. I think we got this one. Yeah. The outside of the ship looks very little empty. The inside looks very detailed. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing with this game, is that it's supposed to be a little bit more basic than Grand Voyage. Grand Voyage has like this super detailed models. Well, this is supposed to be a little bit more simple, and it's supposed to be more like a explorer type game, hence the name. Because this game came about solely from people asking them to do like a explorer game. Oh, look at that in the distance. Is that the Queen Elizabeth, maybe? Let's go back. No, that's the America. Nice. Oh, I wish they include America in the future. I love America so much. Such a pretty ship. You have 0 money. What have you done? There is no CSN during the summer. Have you built the United States? I have, a long time ago. It's not very good, but I'm still kind of proud of it still. So it's on my channel. Just look it up. Search for United States. You will find it. Did you miss another stream? Well, that's fine. You're here now, so. Are there any ships in other ships in this game? Yes. There is the Morro Castle, and in August, I think, we will see the Bismarck, and later we will see Lusitania. So we have 4 ships, either here or on the way. So. Very exciting. I personally can't wait to explore Lusitania. I think that's gonna be great. Let's see here. Have you tried the Titanic Honor and Glory? I have, yes, very many times. I really like. I'm a big fan of their work. Okay, let's get a move on. Can't just stay here all day on the bridge. So we're here on the officer's deck. This is like, no, the cabins were on the deck below, so this is mainly just the bridge and like, yeah, board and stuff. Unexpected reviews, the licenses held by the ship's senior officers posted conveniently for display in a crew-only space near the bridge. To be up to scrap, as within the men in charge power. The lapse in their paperwork licensing could see them disembarked. So you had to have the proper paperwork, otherwise you weren't allowed on board, it seems.
The ship's plans show a dedicated cabin for the pilot, a knowledgeable local expert who came aboard to assist in docking and departures. Maintaining such a tight schedule meant that sometimes there was not enough time to let the pilot off, so he was assigned his own cabin just in case he'd have to be along for the ride.
I think that's so funny that sometimes the pilot had no choice but to follow along the entire voyage. You can only imagine how annoyed they would be if that happened. I think I got everything up here. So we're gonna take this one deck at a time and just be extremely thorough. Because I thought I was thorough before, but I didn't get everything. So I'm gonna try and do that now. Do it deck by deck. So here is Taurus class. That is the class in the bow. And in the stern we have cabin class, and here in the bow, or in the middle of ship, we have first class. So it's kind of confusing. We have first class, called first class. Taurus class is really third class, you could say. It's the least luxurious class. And then cabin class is more like second class. So just to get that cleared up before we begin.
Nestled into the deck house here are 2 bathrooms, or heads, both port and starboard for tourist class passengers who might be relaxing on deck and enjoying the sunshine, but need a short break.
Some bathrooms in here, that's convenient, I suppose. There's no Titanic. Not in this game, no. It would be nice if they added Olympic, wouldn't it?
Behind this bulkhead is a fan room. One of
Fan
many.
room?
These rooms contain powerful electric fans and units which circulated fresh air throughout the ship into the boiler rooms. Hiding the fans behind big casings like this meant a less cluttered deck for passengers to enjoy.
Well, they've done a Normandy and Queen Elizabeth by hiding all of the machinery. Also, I turned off the weather. Come on. So clear. I thought I put on clear. Yeah. Doesn't seem to work. That's fine. I saw the SS United States last summer in Philadelphia. That's so cool. I'm jealous.
These doors led down to one of the main tourist class stairways.
Tourist class?
Tourist class passengers their own private promenade beneath the first funnel.
Wait, it's not too loud, is it? 1 second, guys. Okay, no, that definitely seems to be a fine quality. Volume. A simple poster proclaims United States as the largest and fastest American ship. The image lays into the showing of the ship's most striking feature, her funnels. Largest ever installed on a liner. Shrek voice. I wonder if they're compensating for something. Anyway.
Nestled into the deck house here,
Okay, that's the same as before.
Heads, both port and starboard,
and we can't get forward from here, I don't think. Can we?
The sunshine,
get up here.
A short break.
I wonder, did I get everything on this side? I don't think I did. No. We have this here.
This bulkhead was one of the ship's many fans, which
another fan room.
Constantly to circulate throughout.
Hello, Titanic. Bye, Dan. Hope you have a good one. Hope you enjoy whatever it is you eat. Oh yeah, here. Here's sort of the introductory thing. So programming by Matt, CJ, Elliot, and the exterior model by Kalyu Kotkas and Jordan Gobin. Yeah. Is that misspelled, Mike Brady? I don't think he has an E in the name. Right. Can we get up here again? Yes, we can. Parkour! Scary fact, people hate Normandy. Sad fact, people are idiots. Because Normandy is the best. Okay, so this is funny. This is diabolical. There's a photo in this boat. You can get to it by jumping up on this davit. Officers inspect tins, possibly of drinking water, in one of the ship's lifeboats during a Coast Guard tour of New York. They were stocked with provisions, crewmen on drill, look on for the forts. Is that how you pronounce it? I don't know. Can I get up here? No. Can I? Oh! Yes! Good. Oh, I'm so good at this. Welcome back, Leon. Oh, here's a photo. Wait. I have 66. Crossbar, inspector of the watertight doors. Large wheel that they would swing, or turn rather, to close them. Okay, I already took that one.
This is the location of the forward emergency generator room. Most ships had kept emergency power sets, but the United States was unique for having the emergency generators so high up in the superstructure. meaning that in the event of a disaster, the emergency lights could be powered right to the end.
Yeah. That is a bit like the Queen Mary 2 has today. It has the huge emergency generator set in her, like her funnel deck house. So they have so much power just in case they need it. Yes, this is interesting. It has this kind of tier design going down to the boat deck up to the top of houses. I don't know what this deck is called. Bridge deck maybe. Here are some vents.
This section
Sus.
of deckhouse held engine room exhaust passages and more electric fans which supplied fresh air and draft where it was needed far below.
Yeah. I don't know what this is. Is this like a hatch of some kind? Or like a vent intake maybe? Mike Brady jump scare? Huh. Jump scares are implied to be bad though. Mike Brady is always nice to hear more of. Okay, here. Executive officer. Yes, poses somewhat awkwardly for the camera. Yeah, he was the second captain, sort of like White Star Line. Cunard had it as well, to sort of take away duties from the captain. That sort of became a more prominent position in the 30s, 40s and 50s onward. So I think we've done this section then. Let's head aft. I need to get my way up on that funnel deck house if I can. Then we'll head back forward again and do the... that's probably called the sun deck, right? Up here, or down here. Yeah, first class open promenade, sun deck. I'm not gonna take the photos on this deck yet. I just wanna be, again, thorough. Make sure I get it all. Right. Engineers promenade, so they could go up here, have a smoker. Deep within the ship, engineers tend to one of the boilers. The superheated Babcock and Wilcox doublecock units generated a staggering amount of power. 310,000 pounds of steam. 900 psi, 975 degrees Fahrenheit. It's quite a lot, isn't it? Can we make our way up here? Yep. Oh. Oh, that's a lovely photograph. Look at the colors. So vibrant. This is from the United States Conservancy. So what's cool about with this project is that they have a collaboration with some museums, including the United States Conservancy. They donated a lot of photographs and information, which I love.
This section of deckhouse was reserved for the ship's engineers so they could stretch their legs after long shifts down below. Naturally, the base of the number 2 funnel held a wide variety of fans, uptakes, supply trunks and machinery cleverly hidden inside and out of view of the passengers.
Yeah. The engineers had such nice accommodations on the ship. I don't know how the cabins were, but they sure had space. Like, that cannot be denied. How do you pronounce that? Coterie of Coast Guard inspectors. All of them captains in their own right, wait to board the new United States for full inspection tour. Coterie. I imagine that's like how you say like a school of fish. A coterie of inspectors. Maybe that's it. Hey Cookie. Yeah, I do it for people like you that can play it. Plus you're a Patreon already, so you're already supporting them. Here's the engine casing. We're on top of this here. I guess you doesn't have like an open engine casing. It's just on the sides like vents here. Here are some more of the lifeboat rafts.
The United States lifeboat complement was significant, but the ship was festooned with these small rafts called floats, which would automatically float the surface in case the ship were to sink.
Yeah. That was the case a lot with these ships, because sometimes They didn't have enough lifeboats, so they complemented it with a lot of these rafts. And that's still the case today, I think, with many ships. Like the massive cruise ships like the Oasis of the Seas. She doesn't have enough lifeboats because she has rafts to make up for it. I don't think there's anything else here, so let's make our way back to the front. Hello Peppo, hello Riley. I'm doing good, both of you. How are you? Did I miss a photo? I don't think I did. And that one I took. Here. Slide. Whee! Let's make our way forward. Oh! Laura's color shot shows United States being nursed into the Hudson by the Moran tug. Moran tugs with a center white M on the black funnel service. Yeah, and if you watch the tugs show, the store tugs are based on these, I think. Unless it is the other way around, like the if it is the Z stacks that are based on them. I can't remember. Make our way forward all the way. Go up top. Up top. I think yeah, I did that one. I am going to find every single photograph and fact, so help me God. Can I get up here? No, let's make our way down here actually. Oh, that's too far down. Yeah, this is on the promenade deck or the boat deck. Not the boat deck, because the boats are on the deck above. I don't care. Anyway. Why is the floor green? Did they use wooden planks? No, United States didn't have any wood on it except for the... Is it the main piano and the cook's shopping boards? That is the only wood used on the ship. There's some... Sorry, my phone is fell down. It was like wrapped around my shares. So when I went move the share back, it ripped the phone down on the floor. Anyway.
The officer's promenade here wrapped around the forward superstructure. Behind this bulkhead was the captain's reception room, a grand sitting room where he could do much of his business, conferring with crew members or even valued guests and reporters.
Yeah, so the captain's quarters was here. Interesting how the bridge, like, it goes back. This is like Lusitania a bit, with how they deck below is further forward, so to speak. It sort of has a small little ceiling or a overhang as well.
The ship had an executive officer whose job it was to assist
he wasn't here.
in the day-to-day operations actually keeping the ship running. Such an important and senior role saw him furnished with a fine cabin next to the masters behind this bulkhead.
The executive captain was in here. Or I think it's called assistant captain on the White Star Line. Thank you, Riley. Thank you very much. I am on the SSUS, yes. The game is going to cost $20, I think, roughly.
The ship's executive officer had a role so important, he too was given his own office. It was right here, conveniently near both the bridge and the skipper's quarters.
Guys, if you're watching this for a companion piece, you can... 1 second. I am back. My mom came in the room. What do you have number one? Because you shouted the most, I think. I don't remember what I was gonna say. Assistant captain on the White Star Line is the same as the executive officer. Okay, we did that, we've been up there. Nothing in here. So here is...
Portholes provided light to all the senior officers' cabins, like the first, second and third officers. Further aft, inside, was a comfortable lounge for the senior crewmen to enjoy while they were off duty.
So the officers were in this area. This is the emergency lifeboats.
2 small emergency boats sat on quick-acting davits either side of the forward deckhouse. These could get a swift boat over the side at high speed in the case of any kind of man overboard situation.
No, Riley, you cannot. Lifeboat inspection. Safety drills. Yeah. Cool stuff. Gonna be really thorough here. I'm not gonna miss anything this time. The most frustrating part is you don't know exactly like what you've missed, because there's no photo book, I don't think, where you collect all of this stuff. Hello. There's one of the cabins. U-77. Combine into a single large complex of staterooms for wealthy families or royalty. Okay. What's new?
These double doors led through to the first-class forward staircase, where, 2 decks below, passengers could emerge at the main foyer on the promenade deck.
Promenade, okay. Does this game have full interior? Doesn't have any interior, pretty much. It's mostly just exterior, you can walk around. Some interior spaces, depending on the ship. But it's mostly exterior.
United States provided room for its passengers' furry companions as well. Here were the extensive dog kennels, which included a dog run for exercise, the actual kennels themselves, and berthing on the starboard side for a dedicated kennel attendant.
So basically, furries are allowed on board. That's good to know. There is the sports deck. The photo. Ah, beautiful. Delivery voyage from her builders in Virginia. So this is before her maiden voyage then. You can see the Statue of Liberty over there. Let's go on this side first. I just want to make sure I haven't missed anything. I'm gonna go down.
These double doors led through to the first-class forward staircase, where, 2 decks below,
same as the one on the other side.
The main foyer on the promenade deck.
A winter 1952 edition of the shipboard newspaper Ocean Press. Especially cited by large articles. Korean War. It's on the Conservancy as well. Cool stuff. There might be a lot to read, so I won't read everything out. It's a little bit too much.
United States radio room was very big. It takes up this entire section of deckhouse and was conveniently within just a few feet of the radiomen's cabins. United States' unique radio call sign, Kilo Juliet Echo Hotel, was world renowned, and the radio room even had a reception desk where passengers could arrange telegrams to send back home.
This is sort of how it was on the Wilhelm Gustloff. It was a radio room all the way up top, and passengers could go there and send images, send stuff. Riley's allowed on them. I will ban you.
Communication was very important for modern liners like United States. In the past, radiomen had to share small, cramped quarters, but on the Big U, they got a fairly large stateroom each. Behind this bulkhead were the cabins for 6 radio officers.
Okay. Hey Grayson. This is indeed our beloved friend Mike Brady.
2 small emergency boats sat on quick-acting davits either side of the forward deckhouse. These could get a swift boat over the side at high speed in the case of any kind of man-overboard situation.
Yeah. You were banned from Sweden as well. Hey Alex. Took me a hot minute to join. I was struggling to disable my VPN. Really?
Here was the chief officer's cabin and his office.
You're in the bath?
Near to the master's cabin.
Be careful so you don't drop the phone.
The officer was the ship's second in command. The chief officer's role was extremely important in maintaining the running of the deck departments and all the major functional centers of the ship.
Yeah, so the ship did have a chief officer. So you have the captain, the executive officer, chief officer, then I assume like first, second, third and so on.
The captain's cabin was huge. It was behind this bulkhead and was about the same size as the executive officer's stateroom and office combined. Like the other senior officers, he got his own bathroom, although naturally his was the biggest of all. Perks of the job, I guess.
Yeah. It's like on Normandy, how the captain's quarters are honestly like... it is the best suite on the ship, like period. It's better than any first class suite. It's larger, it's extremely good. I wonder if it's the same here as well. I've dropped my phone on it before, it's okay, just don't charge it till it's dry. Yeah, I mean most modern phones I guess can take it for a bit. Hey Bella. Feel awful, but I feel better now. I've boiled myself alive. You've been in there for 3 hours. Unban me from Sweden, otherwise I'll never go to IKEA again. That's fine. SSUS was poop, I can't wait for it to sink. Take that back. She is boring, but she is... Okay, she is boring. But we love her anyway. Shut up. Postcard sent to a friend in Virginia. Cool stuff. Yeah, we're here at the sports deck again, as with before. Also this I don't think we did.
Breaks like this were crucial for passenger comfort. The United States was moving ahead at great speed, around 30 knots, which could send breezes ripping down the deck like a wind tunnel. These breaks would interrupt the flow and divert it away, meaning passengers behind could relax without feeling like they were sitting in a hurricane.
I imagine this would have helped much, but I can't imagine they would help much if they are open like this, so... I imagine they would have been doors. Plus this isn't supposed to be... No, the first class should be able to access here. Not over there though. That's crew areas. Yeah, that's the one we saw. There is the Morro Castle as well, so we're gonna get to that later, Alex. And they are going to add Bismarck in August, and they're also adding Lusitania after that. I don't know when that is, maybe like December. Is there any here? No. Oh well. Nothing in the boats. Lusitania. I hope they add Mauritania as well. Well, it's because they focused on Lusitania. She has the more dramatic story and they have a model of her, so... cabin class cocktail room. It's typically less formal and stuffy than first parties in the cocktail room. Would have been great fun with the Mayor's Davis Orchestra. Cool stuff. Oh, we just have one more photo to find, and also only 3 more facts to find. We are almost there, guys.
The base of number 2 funnel featured an enormous fan room at its forward end, showing just how important it was to draw as much fresh air as possible down into the liner's 53,000-ton hull.
Cool. I think I did the top there.
The ship's engineers had their mess behind here, where they could take meals between their long engine room shifts. It's a nice bit of real estate with a grand view, so clearly the role engineers had to play for the running of the ship was highly valued.
So this is and all of this and the deck below is the engineers' quarters. I also hope they do Normandy Galaxy. Or Grayson, sorry. Welcome back down. What did you eat? Martina became a hospital and a cruise ship. Well, she didn't sink, and that's apparently what qualifies for being interesting these days.
The engineers' lounge was behind this bulkhead, giving the engineers a relaxing space to unwind with plenty of natural light.
Okay. They hung out basically. No, that was just a custom version, really.
In here were bathrooms for both men and women in case anybody needed a quick break in between their relaxing on deck.
Rooms.
The rear aspect of the deckhouse right here contained exhaust vent trunking, which evacuated stale air from the engine rooms and the galleys so it could be replaced with fresh air from the fan rooms instead.
Someone said this on the Oceanliner Designs Discord, but it's great that they have like an exhaust vent going right into the first class area here. Very, very nice, very hygienic. She was also nearly torpedoed. Yeah. Oh really? I didn't know that.
Breaks like this were crucial for passenger.
Okay, what do we heard this
The
one?
United States was moving ahead at great speed, around 30 knots, which could send breezes ripping down the deck like a wind tunnel. These breaks would interrupt the... Behind here was another fan room, but just inboard of that was the first-class children's playroom, where kids could spend their time playing with toys, colouring, and doing crafts.
Yeah. RMS Oceanic, yes, please. Or White Star, another White Star ship than the Olympic class would be very nice.
4 first-class cabins were installed here, providing some of the most unique views aboard the ship.
What did it say?
4 first-class cabins were installed
okay.
here, providing some of the most unique views aboard the ship.
But there weren't any windows, so what views are they? There are none. Or maybe it's on the other side, who knows. This is the captain and Commodore Leroy Jenkins Alexanderson. He's Swedish, which is cool. As Swedish immigrant parents. That's so cool.
This door led down to the aft first-class staircase, but just off to its right was nestled the ship's officers' mess and pantry, where they could take meals.
Okay. This is Great Eastern, oh yes. That'll be so cool as well. Your man. My cat is asleep on my bed, which is a surprise. Last time I checked she was on the shed. On the shed? So we're back here now.
This games deck was a popular spot for passengers to take in the sun and play deck tennis. Being positioned between the ship's towering red funnels, it provided a unique perspective and a sheltered place to relax if the weather just happened to be nice.
Nice. I wonder how often it was possible to Yeah. I want to try and... Oh, that's dark now. Oh, let's try the Aurora Borealis. Doesn't work. No, doesn't work. That's sad. Can I choose weather? Yeah, they need to take a look at the weather controls because it doesn't work. Hey Pablo. Have you ever listened to Michael Jackson? That is a weird question.
Four first-class cabins
Is it even
installed,
possible to live
some of the most
on
unique views
Earth
aboard the ship. Behind here was another
and
throne
not
room, but just inboard of that was the first-class
listen to
toilet.
Michael Jackson at least
Kids could
once?
spend their time playing with toys, coloring, and doing crafts.
Yes, I have. Coast Guard inspectors. Poor guys. And the executive officer, I assume that's him there. Gibbs brothers are designed a ship. Series of serious shipboard fires. Yeah. Fire safety was most important thing.
The aft games deck here provided yet more space for passengers to play quoits, deck tennis, or simply unwind in the sun with a book on one of the ship's bright red deck chairs.
Can I do a backflip? No. You can slide apparently, but I can't get it to work. So that if a storm comes on its own, you can't remove it. Oh, I hope they fix that then. Need photos? Yep. A meal card, okay. Annoying is I can't change the volume either, as a bug with Windows. Specifically with these earbuds as well, so... Alright. That is this deck done. Done and dusted. Should we parkour through all of the lifeboats and see if we missed anything? If we can. Oh no! Oh, that's scary. You get up back and forth. Okay. Oh. Oh. Our safety is the floating padded cell. Hey, if it works, it works. Okay, let's make our way back.
The ship's engineers had their mess behind here.
Saw that one.
Take meals between their long engine room shifts. It's a nice bit of real estate with a grand view, so clearly the role engineers had to play for the running of the ship was highly valued.
Next stream in Minecraft is probably either tomorrow or Thursday. I couldn't stream this weekend, guys. I'm sorry. Some things came up, so. And what are you going to build after the Britannica and Jorvik? Probably Lusitania, Mauritania, and after that I'll probably do Aquitania. We can't sprint, I know. I think they just released a build to fix that. I haven't downloaded it though, yet. Hello Robin, by the way, and hello James. Let's make our way down to the promenade deck. Open promenade, not the promenade deck, this is the boat deck. Or whatever. Here's the builder's plaque.
This extension of the forward bulkhead on the sun deck mainly held the machinery room for the tourist class elevator below it, but the port side also held the bathroom for first class cabin S12 right
S12.
behind here.
Cool. This is asymmetrical. Oh, that's horrible. How could they do this to me? Just let inside some, I guess. Did I miss anything? You can press sprint now too by pressing shift. I shift when I do that. Also when I press control. It's a bug right now, I think. They haven't added it in, but they have added it in a new build. I just need to download it, but that'll be in after the stream.
This door led into the forward first class berthing on the sun deck, which featured some very fine cabins.
Cool. What should I have now? 68 out of 69, 87 out of 92. So we're getting there. Horn? That is a nice view. I want to take a photo now. The screenshot feature doesn't work either, so I need to use the Windows screenshot thing. I'm gonna download this. I have a folder that I'm saving down these photos to. US. There we go. Gotta go to hospital again tomorrow. Why? What's up? Oh. This is scary and dangerous. The post that didn't serve. I will. Don't worry. Here's the entrance to the forward stairs, I think. Oh, the dining room. This is the room on the ship that I love the most. I really like the dining room.
These doors led into the first class berthing and main staircase, which led down to the main foyer.
Main foyer. High blood pressure and also problems with my lungs. I'm sorry to hear that. Is it like a checkup tomorrow? Because if so, I hope it goes well. I hope it goes well, no matter what you do there. Photo. And the stewardesses fixed their life jackets while an inspector observes. Life jackets were provided to all passengers, accessible inner cabins. Master drills taught them how to find the jackets and put them on properly. Cool. I have to check behind every one of these strengthening girder thingies, whatever they're called. Now the staircase down into the promenade deck. We're gonna get to that soon, don't worry. Here's a checkup, I see. Okay, well I hope it goes well. It's the main staircase. Very simple. That's with her entire interior, but hey, what's the style of the time?
The stairs led up to the first class aft entrance, where the stairwell led down to the public rooms on the promenade deck below. It also gave access to the first class cabins on the starboard side of this deckhouse, numbered S11 to S111, all the way back towards the stern.
Okay. Jumping to see if there's any photos up on these winches. You never know. It's one of the staterooms. Very utilitarian indeed.
This door led directly into the first class accommodations and gave easy access to the cabins S85 through S101.
Ooh. '88. So we have we're getting there. We just have 3 facts left to find, or 4 rather. I can do math, I promise. Let's move it down. Hey Rory. Ships sure are exploring. What are we? Some kind of ship explorer? Audrey Young, Jack Lemmon, Billy Wilder. Some like it hot. The film Starliner. No, that's the Olympic. Actually most are. A lot of different people travel on the different ships. Crewmen, birdwatch from the railings. Most of them were of the kitchen staff. African Americans, that's cool. Considering the times, the United States and the world at large were not kind to black people during these days, so it's nice that at least had that, I suppose.
These twin sets of stairs provided access to first-class accommodations at the aft end of the deckhouse, with easy access to cabins S103 through S116.
Honestly, the United States was kind of progressive for a time, with the female interior designers, I can't remember their name, but also the female engineer, what was her name, like Ellen Kaplan or something, that designed the propellers. It's really great to see. They were ahead of their time. There's a cool luggage thing. Luggage tag. Oh, that's the America, okay. America is better. Changed my mind. Even though I really like the US still.
Behind this bulkhead was the upper section of the theatre, which spanned 2 decks from the promenade deck below.
Thomas Ismay used to be part of it. What? I meant the US. What do you think I meant the White Star Line? We're on the US right now. Which is ironic as well, considering the United States is such a mixed bag of opinions in it.
These twin sets of stairs provided access to first-class accommodations at the aft end of the deckhouse, with easy access to cabins S103 through S116.
The country, that is. Yes, the hallways. Yeah, these are so basic. You would expect these in like third class, not first class. I like the dots. I don't know what those represented. I can't remember. If they did represent anything, I don't know. But you can still see them today, actually, in the floors. Okay, let's do the other side. Hoop interior. Hoopy. Ah! Oh no! I got wedged between the staircases.
These stairs led into the engineers' accommodation block. Behind here were rooms for all the third assistant engineers, about 12 in total.
Yeah. Lots of engineers. Whereas the first class interiors looked like that. Yeah. You would be surprised. They were very basic. I guess they really liked the simplicity.
These doors led into the engineers' accommodation
during these
that
times.
ensured they could stretch their legs on the boat deck when they were off duty.
Alright. Human passenger is shown to her cabin by a white-jacketed steward. Floors are decorated and rather utilitarian in keeping with the mid-century minimalist tastes of the time. Okay. Zoom out a bit so I can see better. It's here?
Behind here were the cabins for the assistant engineers.
Assistant engineers.
27 cabins in total that run nearly the entire length of the port side of the boat deck right here.
Yeah, I found more. So that's 3 left now. I'm looking at the pieces of history and facts down here in the corner. I don't know if you can see it that well, but this says 68 out of 69 pieces of history. And then we have 89 out of 92 facts. So we're almost there now. I did this before, earlier, so I couldn't find everything done. So we're gonna find the rest today, hopefully.
Behind this bulkhead was berthing and accommodations for all the engineers that kept the ship running. In fact, this section was reserved for the chief engineer and the executive engineer's cabins. The chief got his own reception room as well.
Reception room, too. Oh, 2 more. We're getting there, we're getting there. This goes up here to the sports deck over there. Have you ever thought about building the United States? If you go to my channel and search for United States, I built one long time ago.
The first class berthing and main staircase, which led down to the main foyer.
It's not that good anymore, obviously, but yeah, I want to build her again someday. I don't know when, but eventually I will. Aha! Hello. Can I? Crew drill. Coast Guard inspectors line up their life jackets as they would in emergency. We have one more photo to get. I don't know where it is, but somewhere.
The staterooms behind here featured their own bathrooms and showers. And although they were certainly comfortable, the most vaunted suites were well below on the upper deck, including the legendary rooms U91 and 89, which were known collectively as the Duck Suite, thanks to their bird-centric decor.
Duck Suite. I love it. Hello. Breakfast menu from 1966 eastbound voyage. Fruit. Cereal. 18 cereals. Why? Holy shit. Okay. Steak and veal. I wish you could zoom in on these photos. That'd be a nice feature to add.
This door led into the forward first-class berthing on the sun deck, which featured some very fine cabins.
Ooh. Cool. Why is that right compared to the other one? Right, let's make our way down to the forecastle deck. Let's take it from the front. That's what she said. As opposed to taking it from the back. That's what he said. I like these two, or rather one, water wave breaker thing that she had here. F-O-C-S-L-E. Forecastle. They knew how to spell it right at least. Right, let's get her done. Can I? Hello. That's a crewman jump scare. Hide UI. There we go. We are inclusive on the Rilhon YouTube channel, indeed. The inappropriate jokes will include everyone. Don't you worry. There was a photo on left, I know, but I'm gonna take it from the front, like I said. This. Is that the America again? I think it is. She's catching up on us. How is she this fast? Like she went in that direction before. Now she's turned around. Coming this direction instead. I just say for castle because the things are stupid. Well, you're incorrect. You're not correct. It's supposed to be forecastle deck. Right. The United States crawls along with her nose pointed towards New York's Narrows and the freedom of the Atlantic Ocean. Ready notes. Nice.
The crew open promenade was used mainly by sailors and stewards who were berthed in the bow, but when the weather was bad, the deck would have been unusable and even dangerous.
I doubt you could ever be on this open deck, honestly. Considering she was making over 30 knots, the winds here would have been terrible. Crew crowd the upper decks as the United States undergoes sea trials. Working on a new ship is no easy task. All of the machinery has to work in tandem despite only being freshly installed. Cool stuff. Looks like she has hair. The people up there.
The forward aspect of the crew deckhouse here
Oh.
had a clever double purpose. Although it held a fan room and other crew spaces, it also mounted a large breakwater that would cut big waves in half if they came over the bow and direct them over the side of the ship and away from the cargo handling equipment and passenger spaces behind.
Other ships also had this, but they weren't this large typically. They were like half the deck, the height of a deck. Yeah, a deck house in general. But United States, she went above and beyond.
The capstans here were used when docking and mooring the ship, but like many liners of the era, most of the heavy anchor handling equipment was hidden away on the deck below. In fact, the huge windlass, anchor chains, and other heavy pieces of equipment got their own special mooring room directly beneath where you're standing.
Promenade could do 80 knots in 1900. United States could do like 20 knots going backwards.
The forward aspect of the crew deckhouse here had a clever double purpose. Although it held a fan room and other crew spaces, it also mounted a large breakwater. The cargo derricks stored on top of the forward deckhouse roof here were used to winch in tons of cargo down through the hatches and into the holds, everything from crates of machinery to Chevrolet cars. They were all stored and transported across the Atlantic aboard the Big U.
Everyone, get ready. We're gonna ring the bell. Yeah, I am satisfied. Little mushroom vents here.
Vents on top of the deck houses at the bow here helped feed fresh air into the tourist class and crew spaces below. Keeping it off the decks protected them from seawater, and it meant more space for passengers and crew to stretch their legs.
Yeah, they really concentrated all the vents and stuff up as high as possible, away from those nasty passengers. With this one? Yeah. That's so funny. Oh, that is absolutely brilliant. I can't fly away, but he climbs up the staircase backwards. It's so funny. I got a jump scare the first time.
Stairwell that gave them access to the promenade.
Oh my god.
A small space, but still one where they could come for some fresh air.
Hello.
And smoke.
You have a big nose. Oh.
The store led to a crew stairwell that gave them access to the promenade deck forward of the breakwater. A small space, but still one where they could come for some fresh air or a smoke.
Squidward. Ah, get me done. What do we have left? Night. Oh, we just have one more. One more fact. And one more photo.
The number 1 cargo hatch led down to the biggest hold in the ship.
Nose Explorer. Yeah, that's where that came from, I think.
Cargo hold was space for storing
That they posted on the Discord.
Something a car-centric post-war American society would have deeply valued, although getting your car across the Atlantic certainly can't have been cheap.
Santa Claus is the captain. Look at me, I'm the captain now.
The led to a crew stairwell that gave them access to the promenade deck.
Is this staircase the same?
Space, but still one where they could
yeah.
for some fresh air or a smoke.
Oh, so stupid.
The United States lifeboat complement was significant, but the ship was festooned with these small rafts called floats, which would automatically float to the surface in case the ship were to sink.
Oh, okay, I heard this one already. Oh, cigarettes and tobacco, that's nice. I guess. Oh. Popular postcard showing United States battling the elements. Could be bought or simply taken for free on board, posted directly from ship.
The big electric winches scattered around the deck here would be rigged to the cargo derricks so they could swing out and haul the cargo in and out of the ship. It was a tough job, and loading and unloading ships in dock could take hours and hours of work.
I can imagine so. You missed a photo on the roof there, did I? Got this one. Oh, there. I'd say it's at their pier in New York with a moran tug. Pier 86 in Manhattan for many, many years. Okay. Still need one more photo. I don't know where it is. Here?
This doorway led to a staircase with tourist class passengers berthed in the forward end of the ship beneath your feet. But like the other doors to this deck, they would have been locked tight on big sea or high wind days for passenger safety.
So I need one more fact and one more collectible.
The winch control room sat behind this bulkhead, centrally located in the small forward deckhouse. It was the central hub for operating the forward cargo winches and ensured they had the power required to haul tons of cargo off the dock and into the ship. The small deckhouse here contained a fan room on either side, so fresh air could be sucked in and sent down to the crew and tourist class accommodations below. The cargo holds had to be ventilated too. Stagnant air in an enclosed space is extremely hazardous and can even prove fatal.
I wonder why these capstans sat higher up. They're on these blocks here. It's kind of weird. Wait, have I done this one?
This entire section of the forecastle deck was used as an open promenade for tourist class passengers. They could emerge from the doors here that led directly to the middle of 3 tourist class staircases. But on big sea days or when the wind was up, the doors would be shut and the deck closed to passengers. Probably more often than not.
Yeah, I can't imagine people would have been out here much considering the speeds that ship sailed at.
The hatch here was used for loading general cargo, baggage, and the ship's stores. The shaft of the cargo hatch led down to the holds about 8 stories beneath your feet.
Cool. Radical.
Behind the forward aspect of the superstructure here was the tourist class lounge, a comfortable space that was well decorated by tourist class standards, featuring plush red carpeting and a dance floor for nighttime performances.
Yes! That's it, that's the final one. Mr. Miguel Angel Cruz and his best friend spar on deck. I thought that was a dress, like one of those princess dress. I don't know, princess dresses. All right, so we need one more fact somewhere. I don't know where that is. We'll make our way down to the promenade deck. Or skirts rather, that's what I meant earlier. Not a dress. They were best friends, yes, truly. They were roommates even. History will remember them as the best of friends. Alright, let's start here from the front. So this was added in by, I don't remember his name, but this wasn't originally here on the model, but they added this Promenade in because they felt that it would have benefited from it, and I very much agree. I think this is a great addition, so well done on adding this.
Bulkhead was another fan room for the ship's ventilation machinery, but beyond that was the observation lounge, a sumptuous room which spanned the width of the ship and was decorated with a pair of 9 by 12 foot murals by artist Raymond Wendell. Each of the 14 small round tables in the room featured a unique arrangement of applied stars in the pattern of a real constellation.
A fine view of the ship's ballroom shows the ornate glass panels that decorated the entrance. The room was a central hub for the first-class passengers and hosted glamorous dances in the evenings, which lasted long into the night.
These doors led into the main foyer for first class. Turning left would take you to the first-class ballroom, while the right-hand turn would take you to the elegant observation lounge instead.
Cool. Anyway. I'm just like, cool. Alright. Sick. Telescope and gangway, it would fold up in the Southampton Ocean Terminal. No, this isn't in Southampton, this is in Germany somewhere because it's a German text there. Young passenger enjoys a stroll down the promenade assisted by their mom, 1962. Ballroom is okay. It is nice. I like the ballroom.
The ballroom was a central hub for passengers
Ballin'.
by day and by night. It was directly behind this bulkhead. It led directly off from the main foyer, and the ballroom featured plush red chairs and sofas, carved glass panels on the walls, showing undersea themes like coral, and a bandstand for nightly performances by the likes of the Myers Davis Orchestra.
Cool. Have these boat stations. I guess they would lower down the boats to the promenade deck and then you would open the windows, step outside into them. Here is the ballroom. I really like this room. It's a cool circular element in the middle. Sort of like Georgic's room, but less good. Less interesting. There's the Navajo room. Cocktail bar. I think Mike can explain it to us.
The cocktail lounge was nicknamed the Navajo Bar because its decor showed Navajo Indian artwork. It wasn't very big, but it was provided with a set of 4 enormous circular windows that allowed plenty of light to shine in.
It's a brochure of the ship.
The big double doors here gave access to the foyer and the aft first-class staircase, where passengers could access all the major public areas from the observation lounge towards the bow, all the way back to the smoking room and theatre towards the stern.
Cool. Cool. Cool, cool, cool.
The first-class smoking
It's
room
a smoke
was
room?
a real draw for passengers. A brochure described it like this. The colour scheme of rich autumn hues makes the smoking room one of the most attractive...
Didn't this room have
rooms
like black
reserved
walls?
for first-class passengers. Two-toned leather chairs and sofas, covered in hand-woven fabric, invite you to relax. The bowed centre wall is covered with a Mercator projection of the world's continents, showing variations of time at different longitudes.
I remember it at least when I built the ship last time. Black walls. I think it looked pretty cool, honestly. It's the I thought it was a muster rail, but no, they passengers are just boarding.
United States featured a small shopping centre located behind here that provided souvenirs, mementos, and luxury products.
Okay. Is that entrance to the theater or the cinema?
SS United States main theatre behind this bulkhead served a few different purposes, from staging plays and talent shows to screening films and even hosting Sunday Mass.
And this was also not just for first class, but also for cabin class, so they had it together.
The ship's main theatre was accessible to both first and cabin class passengers. Behind this bulkhead was the stage. SS United States main theatre behind this bulkhead served a few different purposes, from staging plays and talent shows to screening films and even hosting Sunday Mass. The ship's first-class smoking room was a large space where passengers could get refreshments. The service bar behind this bulkhead provided drinks and snacks.
Colorized postcard. Lovely photo. Or, yeah, I guess a photo at first. Lovely colorization.
The big double doors here gave access to the foyer and the aft first-class staircase, where passengers could access all the major public areas, from the observation lounge towards the bow, all the way back to the smoking room and theatre towards the stern.
Yeah. It's the elevators here on the side. That's the main. These are the aft stairs, I think. Landing card. Disembarking the ship was an undertaking in and of itself, with the ship having passed quarantine inspection, luggage, all that.
Known simply as the special restaurant or the first-class grill, the tiny eatery behind this bulkhead was an extremely popular, reservations-only space that could only seat 50 at a time. This was where all celebrities came to dine, away from the riffraff, and surrounded by gorgeous cut crystal light panels designed by Charles Lynn Tissot. Curiously though, the restaurant did not have its own special menu and served the same food as the main first-class dining saloon.
That's weird, that it wouldn't have its own food, or for its own menu. Passenger boards the United States for a crossing. Steward carrying her luggage. Yeah, the stewards would escort the passengers immediately, take care of them as soon as they boarded.
The ballroom was a central hub for
Ballroom?
passengers by day and by night. It was directly behind this bulkhead. It led directly off from the main foyer, and the ballroom featured plush red chairs and sofas, carved glass panels on the walls, showing undersea themes like coral, and a bandstand for nightly performances by the likes of the Myers Davis Orchestra.
Right, nothing more here. Let's make our way out again. I'm sorry, guys. We're almost done. Oh! I've traveled a total of 25 kilometers. That's cool. We have walked a ton. Let's check out the achievements. Friends. Achievements. I have found all the photos of the United States in a dry dock, and I found all of them at sea. I traveled 25 kilometers, found all of the dry dock facts as well. 1 kilometer, changed the weather. Then we have these 4 left, so we gotta find all of the facts here, then we're done. Travel 50 kilometers as well. And then we gotta do this again with the Morro Castle. Boat station. It's funny because I recognize these songs. I've used them in my videos. It's from Epidemic Sound, so they've licensed them out. Which also means I can play them on my channel, which is convenient. Because Mike warned that I asked him if I could, or if we could, do videos and stuff, and he said it was alright, but he just told us to keep in mind that there was licensed music in it. But then I realized that, oh, I pay for Epidemic Sound that I gave it to my video, so I should be fine. Alright, so we are in the cabin class open promenade. Has this large deck house with the cargo derricks up there. Thank you, Tennessee. I wonder if I can reach 1 million. What if I can reach 10,000?
This doorway led to the cabin class staircase that descended down to their lounge below.
Class lounge.
Hatch number 3. This one was used mainly for baggage. On boarding, passengers could label bags as unwanted. These would then be loaded into the ship's hold through this hatch, while any bags that were actually wanted were sent instead to the passenger's cabin.
Let's have an overview first here. So we have this deck house. We have a large sports deck for cabin passengers. And another one down here. Really nice tourist class accommodations.
Behind this bulkhead was an electrical workshop where repairs
there we
and
go.
servicing
I'm done.
of the ship's electrical systems could be performed even mid-ocean.
Nice. There's not much left, so we're gonna do the rest. But let's go upstairs first. Now we have 69 out of 69. Nice. Pieces of history found. 92 out of 92 facts heard. Yeah, about that, Robin. The weather system doesn't work. Can't change it really. Never mind. Apparently, if a storm happens naturally, you can change it back, but okay, that's good. The tourist class outside decks looks nicer than first class. They do, honestly, yeah. That's much more, almost.
The United States lifeboat complement
Lifeboats
was
again.
significant, but the ship was... The working deck top here was used during port stays to load cargo. The huge electric winches gathered around the deck could be rigged to the king posts and the cargo derricks overhead to swing the booms out and haul cargo up and down into the hatches positioned conveniently nearby. Elevating the working deck kept the heavy machinery out of reach of passengers and also provided a cleaner deck for the promenade below.
Yeah, I was so confident too that it didn't work. It didn't work before, at least, so
The king posts
it's kind of inconsistent.
on all the ships had done, providing a tall vertical post to use as a base for the strong cargo derricks as they hauled cargo up over the ship's side and down into the holds.
So are those storms like hard-coded into the... I assume it's like an Unreal Engine add-on thing with the weather system. I assume that's like you can't change it. If so, that's a shame, but what can you do?
The cargo hatch here was used for handling mail. The SS United States held a vaunted US mail contract and carried tons of the stuff on every voyage. The deck around you here is a sports deck for cabin class passengers, but it's also the raised roof over the cabin class lounge below, a clever double use of the space.
RMS... imagine RMS United States. Cursed. Here's Debbie Reynolds. That's the mother of Carrie Fisher. Also known as... who played the Princess Leia. But she wasn't so much more. Including the unsinkable Molly Brown, so... It does sound dismissive that Debbie Reynolds is only Carrie Fisher's mother. She has done a ton of work. Is legendary in her own right, but I just don't know what she's in. Yeah, cool. Serving them outside on the decks. They had it good.
Behind this bulkhead was another fan room, which supplied fresh air for the decks below. Much of SS United States' interior was air-conditioned, a modern comfort that passengers and crew would have come to very much appreciate on summer crossings.
What do you mean RMS America? Oh, yeah, they had one of those, didn't they? RMS Normandy.
Another emergency generator room at the stern here meant that the United States could remain powered and lit up in a wide variety of potential disaster scenarios. Directly behind this bulkhead was a resistor room, part of the complex electrical systems that kept the ship's thousands and thousands of lights burning around the clock.
I can tightrope on the thing. Sports deck photo, 1964. It looks like the deck is blue here. I assume they changed it out or painted it maybe. Here's the docking bridge.
The docking bridge complex featured this aft steering system, which had all the necessary equipment to handle the ship, either as a backup or as a simple alternative for
Souvenir log.
in unusual situations. Most of the time, the telegraphs at the wheel back here were sat wrapped under canvas to protect them from the elements.
Here's a more Pelleras stance on the
The
side.
docking bridge wings were reserved for the use of crew only and gave a fine view down the ship's side. Backing out of the dock at New York and into the Hudson was a delicate maneuver, and crew on duty needed to be extra vigilant to make sure the ship cleared all obstacles on the way out.
I assume it's just steel. Or maybe it is like a material. I don't know what material this is, honestly. I really don't. Is it steel? I feel like it would be. But that would be very slippery, so...
This small covered promenade gave some shelter from the elements, while directly behind this bulkhead was the small stage that sat at the back of the cabin class lounge.
Souvenir logo, cool. This looks like an older ship with the superstructure front there, honestly. This doesn't look super modern. Made it steel. Maybe the paint helped to make it less slippery, I don't know. Oh, covered promenade. Not fun for the people with the deck chairs here, they wouldn't have gotten much sun.
The cabin class lounge was a plush space that was beautifully decorated with a mural called The Mississippi, Father of Waters by Hildreth Mier, showing the river sprouting like a tree through the middle of mainland USA, while the walls around it were clad in pink beige aluminium leaf.
Yeah, it makes sense that they would be an aluminium. They would have used it as much as possible. Aft gangway, cool. This is an interesting promenade here. They could cover it up with these porthole panels. Porthole panels. Try saying that 10 times.
The surface bar behind this bulkhead provided refreshments and snacks to passengers while they were in the lounge. Behind here was a deck pantry. Hot drinks like cocoa and coffee, as well as soups, were very popular treats for passengers when they were relaxing on deck chairs outside. Stewards would fetch whatever passengers wanted from the pantries, like this one here. An ocean-going tradition was the eating of turtle soup.
Turtle
It's
soup.
known that the head chef, Otto Bismarck, kept live turtles on board for that express purpose.
Chef Otto Bismarck.
These doors led into the aft cabin class foyer, where
I wonder if
passengers
he's related to the real
lounge,
Bismarck.
their staterooms, or the stairs that led to the decks above and below.
Not real. That sounded funny. Anyway. Maybe they painted it a different color? Maybe? Who knows? Otto Bismarck. Otto Bismarck. Fine profile. Nice. She does have a beautiful profile. That cannot be denied. It's the flag post.
The ship's fantail, the very stern, mounted a jackstaff, which proudly flew the US merchant ensign flag. Meanwhile, the deck around it could be used by cabin-class passengers for games or relaxing in the fresh air.
Seasickness tablet pack. Cool. Well, let's just do this side as well, then we're done. I'm really tired now. I want to check out the Morro Castle first. I probably won't get all the collectibles though. That'll take another hour and a half at least.
The cabin-class lounge was a plush space that was beautifully decorated with a mural called The Mississippi, Father of Waters by Hildreth Mier, showing the river sprouting like a tree through the middle of mainland USA, while the walls around it were clad in pink beige aluminium leaf.
Cabin writing room. Cute.
These doors led into the aft cabin class foyer, where behind here was the cabin class library and writing room.
That's what was over there.
Space for those that wanted a quiet escape.
Right. That is the US done. Let's fly out. Get ourselves a photo. See, they had painted here on the hull. Danger, keep clear of propellers. You can actually see the you can see the propellers, I think, no? I could fly down here before, I don't know why I can't now. Okay, there we go. So fly away. Up, up and away. Yeah. Boop, boop. Yeah, I zoomed in too much. Take a photo. United States had a planned sister ship named Columbia, but she was never laid down. Oh. That I did not know. Boop. There we go. Right. Let us check out Morro Castle. Oh, here we can check out a flame version as well. Let's check out the sea version as first. Bye, Leon. Sleep well. Love this footage. Nice. Love this music. How did Morro catch fire? I don't remember. All I know about the ship is Mike's documentary, and I've forgotten exactly what the reason was. Arson, yeah. Seems logical. Alright. Where are we? Okay, we're here. I'm just gonna explore now, and I won't do any collectibles yet. So you're at 0-0 here. Enter? Oh yeah, there's interiors! Okay, we gotta take this deck by deck here. So much. We're very high up, we're very elevated here. Squeeze my way past this vent. This is different to United States. There are many more exposed vents, though. Good lord, it's like a forest. It's like Aquitania. Can I hop down here? I can. I can sit here. Oh. Bobbing my head. Hey guys, hey guys, hey guys. Nice. It has the staircase on the side here. Ah! 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 I'm stuck! Ah! Okay. What is happening? Let's get down from here. Get down! Why? God, not again. So cursed. First class promenade. Upper game stick. I'm gonna set the time here. There we go. So we can see. It loves raining, doesn't it? Really does. Whee!
These putting greens are like the ones on the deck above. A fun little feature for passengers who want to practice their mini golf.
Yeah, she is a bit like Aquitania. And also these shower heads in the stern here.
Havana in summer can get very, very hot. But Morro Castle didn't have an outdoor pool. Instead, passengers could cool off with these multi-headed showers. How clever.
Never indeed. I'll try to eat you. Yeah, it did. Also, you must be very far back. The delay. Hey, Promenade. Cool. Like a little veranda here. Deck ballroom. Like a little stage here. I'm probably gonna end the stream fairly soon here, so I just go through speed run through Morro Castle, and then you guys can check her out yourself. The game releases, you can download her. Temporary pools able to be fitted up. Probably, yeah. Like the Mauritania. Ah, what the hell, let's enter here. Oh, here we go. Writing room. One of them at least. Oh, look at this. Lounge and ballroom, okay. Small skylight, but it's pretty, nonetheless. Can we get upstairs? I think we can do it. No, not there. Can we get upstairs? I feel like we need to, if anything, go up a deck. That's me, I wanna explore. Yeah, I know. Maybe I can do one more stream and we explore Morro Castle fully. We'll see. Just not today. Yeah, here we go. Wonder if they have anything for the cabinet the fire broke out in. I imagine so. Like it did break out around the lounge, right? Somewhere around here. Yeah, up here. Very cool though, that they included some interiors. Here, let's go to the forecastle deck. Whee! Break my legs. Ow. To boat deck, starboard side. Oh, okay. Shortcut. It was in a writing room, okay. Can I get over this? Oh my god! That was close. Yeah, very Aquatania front. Forecastle deck. Cool. Yeah, she has a nice bridge. I like it. I like this ship very much. Yeah, she's a chunky. She's like the Empress. Though I think I do like Morro Castle slightly more than Empress. You're already been dethroned by the American Diva. You take that back immediately. I like the Oceanliner designs cap he has. Hello. I am a gruff old Captain Upton. Ah, too quick. This is disturbing, honestly. I should stop. No soul behind those eyes, nor with me. Anyway. I should zoom out again, actually. Thank you guys for watching this stream very much. It's been really fun. exploring the United States, and Morro Castle here on the end. I highly encourage you to get this game when it releases. Support Mike and the gang, they're great, they're very talented for putting out this game and eventually Grand Voyage, so I hope you support them. Yeah, I will see you in the next stream, probably tomorrow or first day. I'll be working on Britannic and Georgic as always. I'll see you then. Bye bye.